Our photographer Mick out here is talking about how he wants some of those deep fried Oreos. So you can check that out if you are in the mood for some of this fair food. We have Ryan Wilcoxon here from Mobile Baykeeper. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
So we've got a lot to talk about this morning.
We do.
We're going to talk about some DIY kits that you can use to help keep the community clean. But first, we do want to talk about some of the news that's been reported lately. Y'all have been doing some testing. Give the folks the update about that.
We have. So there were some citizen concerns that were called in about Perdido Bay. There was a terrible smell and some things floating in the water, very large clumps of gross looking matter floating in the water. So that's why we're here. That's what Mobile Baykeeper does. We respond to those citizen concerns right away. So we sent some of our team out there. They got water samples to test, brought it back. It takes about 24 hours to turn those samples around. And the results that we initially got tested very high for Enterococcus, which is a fecal matter bacteria. So we don't want to jump to conclusions and say that this is a sewage spill, because Enterococci can be found in other matter as well, such as algae blooms.
Okay.
And right now, our suspicion is that it is likely algae blooms, but Cade Kistler, our program director, went back out yesterday, resampled, and we will have those results later today.
All right, so what would the next step be for the folks who are watching at home and have some concerns? What should they know at this point?
Absolutely do not get in the water.
Okay.
It is not safe for you to swim in that water, no matter what it is, whether it is fecal matter or algae blooms. The bacteria is very high. We do know that.
All right.
So please don't get in the water.
Wait to see the results of that. Now,
absolutely.
During this coronavirus pandemic, a lot of community cleanup types events and activities and things that were organized had to be canceled, but there's still ways that you can clean up your community. That's right.
Yes, so we have DIY kits, do it yourself. We have, we've seen a huge uptick in litter over the last few months, which is disconcerting and sad to say the least. Litter is a big problem, not only because it's unsightly, but because it's unhealthy. So we get a ton of rain here in Mobile, more than anywhere else in the country.
Right.
And when that rain comes, everything washes, all the litter or pesticides or nutrients, bad nutrients, get washed into the nearest either storm drain, where they're not filtered out or caught, or into the nearest creek, river, stream, and eventually that makes its way into the bay. So fish are eating this matter, wildlife is eating this matter. If it's plastic, that's even more of a concern, because plastic never fully breaks down. It turns into microplastics. Fish, wildlife are eating this, and we're a part of a huge fishing community, whether for sport or for a way of living. So we in turn are eating that fish and that plastic. So it's very important that we get this litter picked up off of the ground and out of our waterways before it becomes a bigger problem. So we have these DIY kits.
Yeah.
We have these litter pickers. They're lots of fun.
Right. I mean, for the kids and for everyone else, they're fun to use too.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you can come pick up. We have these to borrow for people. You can pick them up. We tried to make it super easy for people. There are 4 locations, 2 in Mobile County, so that's Braided River Brewing Company and Fleet Feet, and 2 across the bay, Soul Caffeine and Daphne and Fairhope Brewing Company. So you can just go in, tell them that you're interested in borrowing our Baykeeper's litter kit, and they'll supply you with litter pickers, however many you need, and trash bags. You take those out, do your thing. You can go online to check them out so we know where they are, and then bring them back when you're finished. That can be a few days or a few weeks.
And we're taking a look online right now. You can see the website right there. So that's where you can go to find all of this information. We'll post a link to that on our website, the Studio 10 tab at fox10tv.com. It is so important to keep our local community safe and clean and environmentally friendly. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right, time to go pick up some stuff.